This right here is GOG, which you can see in this very high-tech setup right here, which is totally not a budget because my capture card has stopped working, and I can't run the games right now, but don't worry about it. Right here we are in GOG, which is Good Old Games, which is very much a launcher just like Steam, as you can see that right here. But this right here is actually a launcher where you get to actually have your files. So if I go right here to my files over here, as you can see, I'm installing Space Marine right now, and actually get spacemarine.exe, which if I zoom in on this handy dandy graphics card, you can see that says Space Marine over there. And you see is that you don't need to have like some online servers to verify your account and make sure that you have it. You just own the game. You own the game outright. You can copy that file, put it on like another computer, play it on another computer you own, by the way. It's not like you can pirate it or something. Don't do that. Actually, please support this shit. Because, you know, like these people are making sure that you actually own your games, which is a pretty cool thing because we've seen it a lot of times lately that if you have a game you have bought, they can just take it away from you, which kind of really sucks. And I do really think that, like, one of the big problems about digital games is that a lot of digital games are just a license, and the moment the game developer or whoever decides, like, oh, I'm going to take it away, you lose it. For example, right here we have Warcraft. Warcraft right here, Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2 is, you know, one of some more legendary games. I have not played them yet. I do want to get to them at some point. That's why I also have them right here in my library. I plan to go over my Warcraft journey at some point in time after we finish the Warhammer journey or whatever at some point in time. But yeah, this right here is a game that has been widely positively received, has been around for quite some time. And it is right here as a preservation program. But one of the big problems right here is that this game is actually shutting down. Or at least, like, Blizzard is taking them away. So I think that there was, like, a little bit of an announcement here. Warcraft 1 and 2 will be delisted from GOG. What does this mean in regard to the GOG preservation program? So basically, hello GOG community, we have some heartbreaking news for you to share. Warcraft, Orcs and Humans, and Warcraft 2 will be leaving the GOG store on December 13th, 2024, which is going to be in 3 days' time from now. As many of you know, at GOG, we believe that games should live forever. It's not about preserving them. It's about making sure that these timeless classics remain accessible, updated, and playable on our modern systems. That is exactly why the GOG preservation program was created for. But even with our best efforts and dedication to game preservation, sometimes things don't go as we'd hoped. Seeing these masterpieces leave our store is tough, but it also serves as another reminder as to why our mission at GOG is so important. With that in mind, we've decided to update one aspect of the GOG preservation program's policy. Going forward, even if the game is no longer available for sale on GOG, as part of the preservation program, it will continue to be maintained and updated by us, ensuring it will remain compatible with modern and future systems. So basically what is happening right here is that Blizzard has come around and said, we don't want to sell this game anymore, which is kind of weird. It's like, one of the benefits of having digital media is that you don't really have to print or make new cartridges or discs where, you sell your games by. So like previously, games would go out of sale, people would stop making them because I believe that there is like a certain volume of games that you would have to sell for the production of it to make sense. If you want to just produce one or two of something on like a large scale, you have to, make your separate cartridges for it, make your separate prints for it. That's why a lot of times when you have these big mass-produced games, they're mass-produced by the hundreds of thousands because that actually makes sense with economies of scale. I can very well imagine that over history, whenever you would make a game and it would release on like a specific console or on a specific platform on PC with a specific CD-ROM, then you would make that for as long as it would make sense for you to make that amount of copies. Like you would make copies as long as they would continue to sell, and at a certain point in time, you'd notice that the sales would decline, the inventory wouldn't shift as much anymore. You'd be like, okay, so we're going to stop production of this game, and then everything on like the store shelves would just go into the clearance bins, so they would be getting rid of the inventory because keeping these things around in stock would also like cost you money as like game stores, so you'd clear the inventory, it'd be gone, and the game would no longer be sold. That's why right now, if you want to buy games from like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, you only have the option of going secondhand or like going to the high seas to get some ROMs around. So basically, it was a limitation of the physical market system. Right now, though, we have a system over here which is digital. You just put them on the servers, especially if you just put them on servers like the GOG servers, or you put them on like the Steam servers, and you let these stores just sell them for whoever wants to buy them. Of course, it does cost a little bit of storage space, but at the same time, I do believe that, especially if you look at something like Steam, it is so big that, and it takes such a 30% cut from like all the Steam sales that it does, those like best-selling games will always cover for like the smaller or like not really that well-selling games. So there's not really much of a reason to delist a game other than just like, hey, we're probably going to make a remake of this, and we don't want the people to go out and buy the original. No, we want people to buy the remake. So as long as the original is not around for like a low price, then people have no option. And I think that that's more the case as to what's going on. And I think that's kind of sad. I think it doesn't really make all that much sense as to why they're doing that. But yeah, anyway, GOG right here, Good Old Games, is a like other launcher like Steam, where basically you get to own your games, and they're very much focused on like preserving games. And as you can see right here, they're told to like take the game offline, which again, like they can't sell it anymore because that's what the agreement of like the developer. You can't go ahead and keep selling something if the people who own it don't want that anymore. But one thing that I do really appreciate is that they still continue to focus on making it work on future systems, a modern system, which, as we see right now, with with the game that we're trying to play, Warhammer 40k Space Marine, can be tough sometimes because games that were designed for less than 12 cores might struggle with 12 cores or a lot of like modern system powerhouses. It's not like if you make a game more powerful that all of a sudden you can play it. But yeah, anyway, so that's kind of what I want to talk about is like if you have Warcraft 1 or 2 or you don't have it yet, actually more important if you don't have it yet, for 3 days time it will still be available right here on the store, and they'll keep it maintained. And also one thing that they do is they have like a discount code, make Warcraft live forever, which takes you like $2 or €2 off if you want to buy it.